If you've been following these commentaries for any length of time, you've heard us talk about our L.I.V.E acronym to really help people understand the trade-offs that they're making within a portfolio. A corollary to that, though, is just literally how to build a portfolio to both survive and thrive through market storms. You've heard me discuss L.I.V.E, the methodology, the framework, if you will, many times if you've been a client or someone watching these commentaries. And we've talked about it more of just in terms of the trade-offs, helping you understand the interconnectedness of a portfolio. Today, we're going to approach it from a little bit different perspective. We're going to go top down and really view it as a way to prioritize how we need to allocate our money, particularly to survive bad markets, to get to the point where we can thrive during good markets. L.I.V.E or L.I.V.Es, how you want your portfolio to work for you, means this. The L is liquidity. Simply put, how accessible is your money? I, income from your assets. What kind of income can you expect to derive? V, volatility. How much fluctuation is there in the price of the things you're invested in? Expected return, how much in total should those assets provide for you over time? And S is style. These are things like ESG, political, religious type preferences, or anything else that might be more of a personal conviction that you want to impact your portfolio. The first two fall into the needs bucket. We'll get more into this in depth here over the next few weeks. But if you look at liquidity, the need here is for unexpected costs. Do we have something that will hold up that's going to be there for an unexpected cost? The common misunderstandings here are, again, people really not knowing what all's out there that could fit into this bucket. And two, as a consequence, having way too much cash on the sideline. The problem with that is inflation, even when it's not at 8%, is constantly eroding your purchasing power, and in and of itself is a threat. The solution is to, again, take a much broader view of how we look at assets beyond just stocks, bond, and cash. And there's a lot of great solutions out there, given the moment in time, that we can help walk you through. Income can, again, it can come from the assets in your portfolio, it can come from your paycheck. But the idea is, do you have something, again, that can help you make your payments, live the life you want to lead without having to be a forced seller of assets? If you can do this, again, address these upfront needs, you can stay in the game, stay upright since it's football season as the quarterback of your portfolio to, again, give things the time that they need to perform as you hope they will. Volatility is the how. It's the glue between our needs and our wants. This is all emotional. From more fear-based issues to more greed-based issues to everything that can happen in between. The thing I want to make sure to address about volatility, again, is it's something that impacts us all. Some of us might react a little bit more than others, but the reality is our brains are literally processing mortal danger in the same place they're processing losing money. And that's not a place where we tend to make great financial decisions. The other thing about volatility is it's not just about markets. It's about your life. We have, statistically, again, an emotional bandwidth, after which point, whether it's time or magnitude, we're likely to snap. How do we address that and take into account that, hey, our own health, our own emotionality, things going on in our lives are going to impact our financial decisions as much as something that may be happening in the market? Great solutions for that. Having a partner who can walk alongside of you, lighten some of that load, help give you a proper perspective. And of course, alternatives, things that can help buffer that volatility, shrink it so that you're not having to, again, hit those boundaries of what any of us can take. Getting down into the wants, expected return. Hey, look, I joke with people when they join at 10 Capital, they say, what are clients, what's a typical client looking for? I'm like, oh, it's really easy. You know, they want to get out before the markets go down, get in before they go way up, make lots of money, but never pay any taxes. And of course, they give me that look. I go, that's impossible. And I'm like, that's it. That's what we're trying to do here is something like impossible, manage expectations, maybe manage disappointments, and help get people ultimately to where they want to go. Expected returns, that long-term average that, as we've told you before, you rarely get in any one year, only happens if you can stay in the game. And so the biggest things we see here again is prioritizing returns, our wants, our hopes, above our needs, how we're going to get there. The second thing is just misunderstanding return. Return is not just about appreciation. It's not just about buying Tesla at one price and selling it at some much higher price. It can be income, cash flow, sharing in profits, getting a solid debt payment, all ways to have return, and again, return usually with a lot less volatility. To sum up expected return and how you might be able to get it again, you need to be able to give yourself the time and get past the emotional constraints of volatility, and that's with, again, addressing these things first before we get down to there. Lastly is style. This is a tricky one. For some of you, your convictions around how you'd like your money invested are not a want. They are a need. I think the most important thing that I've seen again is twofold. One, some people who confuse a preference with a conviction, and again, trade this for something that they want more or need more within their plan. And secondly, just understanding again what that trade-off looks like. And we've run into people who have gone both ways. Some who have said, it's just not more important than X. Other people who say, well, I'm glad I now know what the trade-off is, but I want to move forward anyway. At the end of the day, for us, we just want to keep you informed. We want to keep you on the field and help you achieve your goals to, again, win whatever game you're trying to play. Thanks so much.